Problem 1.5 is this slider block shown here. I'm going to adjust the view so we get to see all the dimensions. Now we only need to create the front face of this drawing. So we need to create this face as if we're looking directly into these holes. This 0.25 inch thickness part we're not going to worry about at all. So let's go over to our drawing and let's just take a quick look here. We see we have 4.5 inches in length here, and then we come up at a 60-degree angle for 1.5 inches. The reason I decided to do this drawing is this is one of the few drawings I think that we've done so far that actually will allow us to use some polar coordinates. So I think it's a good idea you get a little bit of experience in that. So let me go ahead and do that and start with this drawing. Again, we're going to start right from this lower corner here. So we're going to go over 4.5 inches and then up 1.5 inches at 60 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to start anywhere here. I'm going to start here and I'm going to move over 4.5. Note, I'm in my wrong layer, so I'm going to correct that. Very common. I left the center layer in here. I'm not going to go over creating that center layer. So if you are doing a drawing that doesn't have that, or starting with a drawing that doesn't have the center layer, you can go back and look at the beginning of the video for problem 1.6, which will show you how to create that layer. So again, I changed my layer. Changing the layer is from this button here, this arrow, or you can do it up here. We change to layer 0. We just start here. We go up, make a line 4.5 inches long, and then we're going to go up at 60 degrees. Now, if we're 60 degrees here, that means we have to be 120 degrees from this axis, right? And let's go back for a second to that drawing. 60 degrees up here, that means from here we're 120 degrees. Remember, generally this is our 0 axis point. 90 is straight up. And then we're going to be another 30. So we'll be 120 degrees from this axis. So we come back here. And actually, it turns out we have a 120 degree line right here. So I could just type 1.5 and it'll put the line in. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and use our relative referencing. So I'm going to type at (1.5) at an angle of 120. And that puts that line in. So let's see what we have next. Now this angle we don't have. We don't know what this angle is. So for now at least I think we're going to stop working our way in this direction. We're going to go back here and work in the other direction. So let me come back. Before I go back, let's see what we're going to move up vertically 1 inch, and then we're going to move 3.5 inches at an angle of 60 degrees from vertical. So 60 degrees from vertical will be 60 degrees plus 90, or 150 degrees. So we'll come back here. We need to hit escape. We're going to start over. Just take a quick look again. 1 inch up and then 3.5 inches. We go up by 1. So we just type 1 and hit enter. And then at 3.5 less than 150. And again, that 150 comes from that 60 degrees plus 90 degrees, which gives us 150. Now, once we have that, to finish the drawing, all we have to do is make a line connecting these 2 points. Well, I shouldn't say finish the drawing. Finish the outline. By the way, I talked to one student about this, and there may be other students as well. If you don't have a 3-button mouse or a 2-button mouse with a scroll wheel, I strongly suggest you go out and get one because it's just so much easier. It's so much easier to be able to quickly scroll, and then along with scrolling, quickly pan to move your drawing so that it's in the center and it's at a workable size, a good size for you to work with. So now that we have the outside dimensions, let's look at the inside. Come back to the drawing. We see we have 1 inch over and 1/2 inch up. We have a 0.5 inch diameter circle. So 1 inch over and 1/2 inch up. So we come back to our drawing and we do circle, we want a diameter, and we want to snap from here and type at -1, comma 0.5. So we're -1 inch, which means we're going 1 inch to the left, and 0.5 is 0.5 inches up. We hit enter. And then the diameter is 0.5, so we just type 0.5. And there's our circle. Now always remember, take a look back at your drawing and make sure that what you see appears to look like what you have on the drawing that you're trying to create. So this had better look like that. If it doesn't, then I need to look and see what I did wrong and see how to correct it. So now my next circle is going to be located at 3.5 inches in the X direction, and that's negative because we're going to the left. I might have said right before. If I did, I apologize. And 1 inch up. So let's go back here. So we type again circle with diameter. Oh, and what did I do? Does anyone? I'm going to pause this for a second, and hopefully, as you're thinking about it, somebody will realize what I did wrong. And mistakes are common. But as you get better in AutoCAD, the more you use it, the less likely you are to make mistakes. But even when you're an experienced user makes mistakes, and you quickly notice them. I notice, hey, I shouldn't be putting a circle here. That's the wrong place. What did I do? I didn't choose the snap from after I did the circle. So I need to do circle, snap from. Now I can click on this as the base point and type at -3.5, comma 1. And then the diameter, I believe it was 1. I'm going to go back and look at it after I put it in. Put a diameter of 1, and let me just check that. Yes, circle diameter is 1. Okay, so that print is done. We should probably put our center marks in. And in this case, we don't see center lines. In order to change that, we should go to Format, Dimension Style, Modify, Symbols and Arrows, and then we can change the center line to a center mark. Hit OK. Close that out. We click on our center mark. We click on the circle. We come back, click on the center mark, and we click on our circle. We take a final look at our drawing, and we say that we are done. Again, we haven't started using dimensions yet, so we are not going to add them. And that's it. I'm going to end this video. I hope this was helpful, but I wanted to do this to show you and give you another example of using polar dimensions. So in a polar dimension, we're just putting a length and an angle.